Shortages, empty shelves, massive price increases. What is the impact of Trump's tariff for the average American household? And how can you prepare? So in this video, I want to go over a few items with you, what we find at the store, what will be the impact, common items at the house. But before starting here with some concrete examples, let's ask ChatGPT what the impact would be for me. Because ChatGPT, OpenAI, is going to go around the web. So you always have to be very specific when you ask the AI. So here I was very specific, saying I am an average American household with 2 kids in Texas. That's me. What are the impacts of Trump's tariffs for me? Got it. I'm glad ChatGPT got it. Let's break it down simply. I like simple. First, higher prices on everyday goods. Not good news. Trump tariffs, especially on Chinese goods, steel, aluminum, etc., meant that imported goods got more expensive. A lot of companies passed those higher costs onto customers. That could mean higher prices on electronics, clothes, toys, more expensive appliances like fridge, washing machines, and higher prices in cars, both new and used, because a lot of car parts are coming from China. Could also imply your tires for the cars. So appliances, electronics. So electronics, there's a lot coming from Southeast Asia, not just China. You've got some made in Korea. All the little chips, in particular the Apple iPhone chips, are made out of Taiwan, for instance. So it's not just China, but I mean, it's all coming from that area. Same for the clothes. It's not just China. You have a lot of clothes made out of India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, all these countries, and also Latin Americas. But still, it's all imported. So first, higher prices on everyday goods. Second, groceries and farming. And that is actually very interesting. It's talking about Texas, talking directly to me. Texas is a huge agricultural state. Very true. And China retaliated against US tariffs by imposing their own tariffs on American farm products like soybeans and pork. That will hurt farmers and lead to some instability in food markets. Also, Trump tried to offset it with farm aid payments. Interesting. So that's an impact for Texas. Rural areas, yes, might have more economic stress. And so food might have gotten a little more expensive. So that includes local food. Third impact on job and the economy. In Texas, sectors like oil and gas, tech, and manufacturing are important. Very true. Tariffs can disrupt supply chains, which means companies might hire less, delay investments, or even cut jobs if they get squeezed too hard, which is unfortunately already the case before even the Chinese tariffs here. Big picture. I like the big pictures. Overall estimates suggested that the tariffs acted like a small tax increase on US household. Tax increase. Around 600 to 1,000 per year for an average family. Wow. Not devastating. Well, for some families, it could be. It's a lot of money. But noticeable, especially if you're budget conscious or saving for college, for a home, and so on. I mean, first, what is imported? Because when you look at it, most of what we have here in the US is imported. It's not made here. So you have some local produce, yes, but a lot of what we have, what we consume every day is imported. So not everything is coming from Asia or China. We have quite a lot coming from Mexico and Canada, our neighbors, or Latin America. But still. But let's look at the grocery store. And I will finish by asking something very important to ChatGPT. So keep watching up to the end. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So thinking of the basic products at the grocery store, the ones that are not manufactured, produced in the US, the first one that came to my mind was rice. Basmati rice is coming from India. Jasmine rice, usually coming from Thailand. So all of this is imported, and I tried a few others. Look at this organic rice. That one, if I'm correct, was coming from Pakistan. So yes, product of Pakistan, so all imported. But we do have a bit coming from here, not necessarily the best one, but the minute rice was grown in the USA. So, but it's not the majority here. That's definitely one item that is mostly imported and I would stock up upon. So rice on the list, if you like rice. The other thing I was thinking is the spices. I mean, we don't grow spices here in the US. It's coming from the Middle East, India, North Africa, all these countries, some from Mexico. But I'm not sure how much we grow here. They might be assembled, blended in the US, but really the raw ingredient, where is it from? Same for the coffee here. I mean, coffee very well known, coming from Colombia, from Brazil. I mean, some of it is in the name, see organic Colombian coffee. The others, when I picked up a few like famous brands, and it is not easy to know where the grains are actually coming from. If you look at that French toast roast here from Starbucks, I looked around and I could not find the actual origin of the beans on the package. But it is prepared, assembled, and so on in the US. But we need the raw product, right, in order to produce the coffee. Same for Peet's. I couldn't find the country where the beans were coming from. Yes, it's distributed by Peet's Coffee, all right. But hey, the beans. Is it Colombia? Is it Brazil? Is it another country? But most likely not from the US. So that one I would stock up here on coffee. Another thing I would stock up on is tea. Because once again, this is not something we produce that much of. So green tea is very often coming from Southeast Asia, and some very good green tea like jasmine tea is coming from China. So I would stock up on tea as well. Black tea is more like India, Sri Lanka, but all of this is imported. So yes, stock up on tea, just like coffee. Buy what you like to drink. So this is not black or green tea, it's turmeric, so it's a mix, a blend. So where is that one coming from? Let's check it out here on the box. Ooh, proudly blended and packaged in the US. That's all I can find on that box. So it doesn't tell me where the raw ingredients are coming from. Well, now let's change area. The girls wanted to look at the toys, so let me take you through the toy aisles. And overall, in the whole aisle, nothing comes from the United States. Everything is imported, a variety of countries. Probably half of them are coming from China. If you look at that cute little Bluey, yeah, made in China. Bye-bye Bluey. Just an example. But you've got Malaysia, you have, it varies, but nothing is made here, unfortunately. So that's one aisle that would be deeply impacted by the tariffs. Yeah, Malaysia. Quite a lot where Malaysia, Indonesia, everything is coming from Southeast Asia. All these cute dolls. I found one, that could be the one actually, that was Indonesia. Indonesia, it wasn't China, it was Indonesia. But yeah, there was nothing local. I don't remember seeing one that was manufactured locally. Indonesia again for Barbie. So all imported. So after the toys, let's go and look at the back to school, right? Because it's right around the corner. And here it's all made in China. Everything we checked was made in China. They're all back to school aisle, and there's not much right now in that one, but yeah, the Elmer's glue, made in China. Look at the labeling here. It's all of it imported. So hopefully there is already some stock received for back to school, given we're always ahead of the seasons, quite a few months. But if not, there's going to be a good impact here on the prices for the school. So I would also stock up if you have kids going back to school in August, September. get what they need now. Don't wait for the discounts because it might not be there, and prices are anyway going way up here. So next we went to the seasonal aisle. So for Texas, it is summer at full already, and 100% of that aisle was dedicated to summer toys, beach toys, plastic glasses, picnic, everything for the summer pretty much. And 100% is coming from China. Every single box or item we checked was from China. So on that one, it's already here. It's already in the US. So we're good, I'm thinking, at least here in Texas. But for the next season, we said back to school in the previous video, and then you have the end of the year holidays. Well, everything is imported and from China. So prices are going to go up. Here, personal hygiene items, it was hard to see where the ingredients were actually coming from. There wasn't much on the boxes. So I passed quickly here, question mark on imported or not. But something that's big is all the vitamins and medicines, because all this, a lot is imported. It's not well written here. It just says distributed by, and it's always some company either in California, on the West Coast, or on the East Coast. But it doesn't tell you where it's made. It doesn't tell you where the ingredients are from. So I looked at a few of these vitamins as well as some of the medicines, and the same story here. Distributed by. So stock up on those if you need, especially the medicine. Stock up what you need because all this is imported. And to finish here, in the house, as I was washing the dishes and the clothes, I looked at the soap. So dishwashing, this is a little pod from Costco, Kirkland brand. So not very expensive, and it is made in Canada, like a lot of Costco products. So imported from our neighbor up north. So laundry, the Downy, I could not find where it was made. All it says, as in many products, is distributed by Procter & Gamble here out of Ohio. All right, but where are the raw ingredients coming from? Where is it made? We don't know. But I found one positive note here on this plant-powered laundry detergent that I really like. It is made in the USA, but globally sourced ingredients. Now let's ask ChatGPT a very important question. Because as we know, when we say empty shelves, shortages, the first thing people want to buy is not food, it's not water, it's toilet paper. So where is it coming from, right? That's a key question. So let me share my screen again. ChatGPT, let's say what ChatGPT says. In the US, most toilet paper is made domestically. So 90% sold in the US is produced within the country itself. Pretty good. But where is the raw material coming from? That's the thing. A lot of the raw material for toilet paper, mainly wood pulp, comes from forests in places like the Pacific Northwest and the Southeast. So it's all internal here, not too bad. Okay, some toilet paper is imported too, especially specialty or ultra cheap brands, often from Canada and Mexico, but it's a pretty small fraction compared to what's made in the US. So guys, conclusion here. No need to start on the toilet paper. It's local, within the country. And besides, I would definitely invest in a bidet first before going into toilet paper. So get prepared, stock up on what you need here. Stock up on the things that are imported and that you're going to need in the coming months. If you're looking 6 months to 12 months from now, hopefully things will have calmed down. Prices, usually when they go up, they never completely come back down. So it's going to be more expensive. So anything you really know you need to buy, get it now. Prices are probably the cheapest you're going to get, unfortunately. So be prepared and stay safe out there. Thank you all for watching.